make sure you're subscribed to Jerkrispy.
Anyways, whew, that's an interesting topic today. Hold on. For anime? Yeah, let's low-key the interesting topics. Let's go ahead and get this started, though. What's up, y'all? Show most does the most. Chris, welcome back to another video. Oh my god, the biggest 3 anime are back? Oh, wait. What y'all think is the big 3 anime? Hands down, big 3 anime is One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, and I would say Bleach. I would say Bleach, but I'm not. I didn't get into deep to watch Bleach yet. I'm still on what? I was still on episode 1. I was on episode 2. I just stopped watching it a little bit. Now I'm on my One Piece stuff. I got back watching the One Piece stuff, and on that crazy stuff. I'm on season 4. Yeah, they had a desert island. Old girl with the blue hair, I forgot what her stuff was. She's a princess, and we'll know her backstory. It's a long one. I'm not even halfway done with One Piece, and One Piece is. Don't tell me they about to drop another season of One Piece. Please don't tell me that, cause bro, I still gotta watch all the other seasons, and then I gotta go watch the movies and all that, bro. I'm not gonna be done with One Piece till 2029. At this rate, not even 2029, 2039. But y'all already know. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 500. Let's see what's going on with this video.
For anime fans, because the title is 100% accurate when I say that, yeah, the big 3, it's back. For the longest time, anime fans have been wondering, yo, what happened to that epic generation, right? Where did everything go wrong? Or right, depending on how you look at it. Because while, yes, we've had some of the most immaculate and incredible anime to come, such as Jujutsu Kaisen, the Demon Slayers, My Hero Academia's, Black Clover, all of the greats that have come and gone, ultimately the generation that pioneered a lot of this stuff, including the father of it all, was the big 3: Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. And yeah, we're gonna get into it on how the big 3 is actually back. But before we continue, hit that subscribe button and that bell so you get notified on all my videos. It actually really helps.
Naruto was the 3rd spot. Yeah, One Piece. No, it's One Piece. Wait, that's in my book. Well, no, I'll take Bleach out then. As I said from the beginning, I'll take Bleach out. I put Naruto over Bleach. It might be a crazy take, but I take Naruto over Bleach. So basically, One Piece and Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, the big 3. That's the big 3. Bleach is it's in there. It's still with Naruto, but if I start watching more deep and down onto some anime stuff, then I'll probably be like an anime head back again. I feel like I could get back to my anime phase, like just watching Nanabuku anime and stuff like that. It's just gonna take me time though.
For you to get the videos on time, and it helps for me to get you guys to be able to be informed. Now, for you to get the videos on time, and it helps in that bell so you get notified on all my videos. It actually really helps for you to get the videos on time, and it helps for me to get you guys to be able to be informed. Now, for those who don't know what the term the big 3 is, because there's been so much miscommunication and
facts, man. Hold on. I know he had said something about performing and stuff. Y'all make sure y'all hit the subscribe button too, bro, because I just want y'all to know when my videos come out. I hope I don't want y'all to be late on my videos, because now I don't know, y'all want to be searching late night trying to eat something with your food, man, and some of these YouTubers ain't really posting like that. Your boy Crispy got you. I'm always post something for y'all for the day, for the night, for something for y'all to watch with y'all food and stuff, or y'all on your family trips or anything, man. Any situation you in, man, good, sad, happy, depressed, man. Hey, I'm here, bro. That's why I really very much appreciate for everybody that been subscribing and all the people who've been recently coming back to watch my videos. I very much appreciate y'all every single time. So yeah, let's go ahead and finish off this video. We'll finish this video. And yeah,
so much confusion on what this whole thing is. Essentially, back in the day, there was this thing called the Big Three, which consisted of 3 series that dominated
Why they
the
don't
chart.
got to like the big five? Like the big five, low key. But the big three sound way better. The big three. Like the big five, it does sound good, but the big three? Ooh.
So to speak, when it came to the realm of anime and manga, again, Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. Because in those
Dang, bro. I know I'm cutting off, but when I just saw that little clip of going back, hello.
speak, when it came to the
This, bro, Fairy Tail, son. If Fairy Tail never fell off, oh my god, bro. That would have been a good anime to watch too. That anime fell off too quick, bro. Too early, bro. Like too early.
realm of anime and manga, again, Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. Because in those days, there wasn't many series that rivaled their popularity. In fact, there was a margin of astronomical difference, so to speak, between these series and everything else. All of their contemporaries were like, to put it into perspective, the series were kind of over here and the Big Three was way up here. So the term was coined to give them that kind of title of prestige that these series were really running stuff. Over the years, somehow people have tried to mix in and dabble with adding Dragon Ball there. They've even tried to replace Bleach as like, no, Bleach, no. Coming from somebody that was there when the term kind of got coined, yeah, Dragon Ball was just kind of like, oh, you know, it's over, so to speak. In those days, anyway, people thought Dragon Ball was done for. It was never coming back. And it was basically like, the Big Three is here. This is the generation that is really making things go to another level and sustaining the industry. Kind of, I guess, annoyed me of the fact that people just misconstrued the idea of the Big Three. Can people make their own Big Three of like, hey, these are the series that I want? Sure, but at the end of the day, that term was coined for those series in particular. And you're probably like, okay, so that's great. That's the Big Three. How is it back, so to speak? Well, based on this year, that is going to be one of the most epic, iconic, and memorable years for anime history as a whole. Each one of these series in one form or another. So should we call it the Big Four? Then we gotta add Demon Slayer or something there to make it big.
That's why I said we should have just made it in the big five. You can add Demon Slayer. I mean, if you really need to give it props, to be honest with you, you need to go ahead and like get like, I'm sorry, but I mean, I ain't see it yet, but I watch a little bit of Black Clover, but we could give Black Clover some credit though. I mean, give it credit. Give it what it credit does, because that's what they said. That's the Big Three for them.
Five, because yeah, the term is starting to get a little wonky. Because kicking things off in April in a major way is One Piece anime's return.
Bruh, y'all got me too excited, bro. Oh my god, now I got to put the overtime. Like, son, stop, please. Take a break off of One Piece, man. Let me get up to, when I get to the Dopamine part. Like, dang, let me get there, and then let me get to when Luffy get all the extra powers and get all the other stuff coming along, man. It's like I know everybody's background story, man. I ain't even get to like anybody else's background story. Dang.
In case you don't know, One Piece went off air after a long-standing 20 quadrillion year run of One Piece basically going week by week with new episodes. It was announced a bit ago that One Piece would no longer be a weekly running anime, and opposed to that, there would basically be a seasonal release of roughly, I want to say like 26 episodes or so a year. And so while it was a bummer for fans, at the same time, it's kind of like a really great thing, because that means production quality is going to be beyond words. And that's the fact that One Piece at the time, over the last several years, just to be honest with you, has had some amazing art and animation, despite the fact that it has been a very quick turnaround for the One Piece anime. Being a weekly anime is a very strenuous type of thing to keep going, but if you look at some of the battles and some of the things that went down in One Piece and some of the recent stuff, yeah, One Piece looked incredible. But in April, One Piece, after this break, will be returning with the Elbaf arc, and for those that know, in case you don't, essentially the One Piece Straw Hat Pirates is going to the big Elbaf land, aka the land of the giants, aka more trials and tribulations.
Wait, he's going right back to the. Oh, hold on. I didn't get that far, so I don't know.
tribulations to overcome for the Straw Hats. And judging from what we've seen before, I can only imagine what this thing is going to look like when we get the anime appearance of Loki, when we get the anime appearance of so many of these epic characters that if you read the manga, admittedly a few chapters behind, you know, it happens. Yeah, it's going to be amazing for those that are keeping up. Obviously, not everybody in this day and age is going to be, you know, getting into this whole One Piece thing because admittedly, as much as we love One Piece, we do know that One Piece is a very, very long story. So I can never fault somebody for being like, yo, it's hard to get into One Piece because there's so much of it. I get it, because essentially being like dedicated to starting One Piece in this day and age is a tall order, to say the least, because there's so much of it that you basically would have almost no time to watch other anime if you wanted to catch up, or just in general. Like, yeah, there's like what, 1200, 1100 episodes. Like, there's a lot of episodes of One Piece, so understandable if you're not caught up and you're kind of a little hesitant to get into it. But they do have the new One Piece remake anime coming out, so if you are interested in getting into One Piece, there's that. But regardless of what, it is epic to see one of the most iconic series kicking things off for this big year of the Big Three's return. Then following that is something that is extremely special for most fans. You know, the thing to begin with a couple years back was something immaculate that most fans didn't even expect to happen when Bleach's 1000-Year Blood War anime was announced after going off air quite some time ago, and the fact that the original creator Tite Kubo would be heavily involved from top to bottom as far as storyboarding, as far as just being really centered into this whole thing to make sure that it goes exactly according to his vision and the best quality possible. And come July, yeah, the 1000-Year Blood War's final core is about to kick off in a major way, because this is going to answer all of the remaining questions. This is going to answer all of the, well, I guess we'll throw in, yeah, the shippers will get what they want or not, depending on where you're shipping. And in general, we know from what we've seen with the previous cores that this is going to be probably the best thing, because Tite Kubo has been involved more than ever with this part of the story in particular, down to, well, if you've seen the recent video, homie is even concerned about what color underwear the characters have and stuff like that. Like, the attention to detail
Whoa. Color underwears. You trying to get all details to that? Whoa, you don't need to see all that, man. Hey.
insane, and really much so a testament to why Bleach is just so freaking incredible and great. And of course, there's a lot of things circulating regarding Bleach's continuation after the fact, because we know come July, after that run of what, 3 or 4 months, that will technically be the end of the Bleach story, at the very least wrapping things up into a completed product for the original manga. But there is still some to go. There's the Hell chapters that some people are very much so excited about, and hopefully those will get animated as well. Word has been circulating that there is some confirmation there. I'm not sure how valid that is, but regardless of what, bro, we got One Piece, then Bleach. Like, whoa. And I think at the same time, considering One Piece is going to be doing roughly 26 episodes, One Piece and Bleach will be running simultaneously. Then after that, we might have a double up, or we might have one after the other. It just depends on how this goes, because yes, we got the major announcement that Dragon Ball Super is returning, and it's starting off with a readaptation, a remake, so to speak, or an enhanced version, as they call it, of the Battle of Gods arc, the Beerus arc. They're basically redoing it, re-rendering it, new art and animation, hopefully some changes to certain parts of the narrative. Like, there's a lot that they're going to be doing, and from the trailer, it looked immaculate. It looked gorgeous. It just looked like, whoa. And again, while admittedly Dragon Ball is not part of the big three per se, it's still the thing that kind of ushered in all of this. I don't think you get any of this amazing.
Dragon Ball Z is the big three. That is, Dragon Ball is definitely the big three. Who said Dragon Ball Z is not the big three? I mean, in my opinion, I feel it's the big three. Hands down. My opinion, I feel like it is.
Generation that we have, if it isn't for its predecessors. So you got to give props to the past before you can give props to the future. Although some fans will be like, what are you talking about? The future is Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen. And then some fans even after that will say it's some of the stuff that is running in Jump right now. And again, with this one, it's a little bit of a different situation because, well, one, from my understanding, I think this arc is roughly going to run around like 6 episodes. And also there's some people that are going to either tune in because, yo, oh my god, it's going to look great and it's going to be great to revisit Dragon Ball Super. Or there might be some people that'll be like, wake me up when Moro gets here. It's kind of a fan-to-fan situation, but I think it's one of the great things about this that for newcomers, maybe you've seen Dragon Ball Z a long time ago and you never really got into Super, you never gave it a chance. Right now, you're gonna have probably the best possible release of Dragon Ball Super to get into from the beginning, so newcomers can get into it. People that maybe don't even know about Dragon Ball or haven't really checked it out, they can get into that too. Yeah, there are some people that haven't watched Dragon Ball, but maybe most people know of it at the very least. They know about Goku, right? Insert the meme of, but can he beat Goku? And again, that's gonna be in the autumn time, so towards the end of the year, Dragon Ball is gonna keep going. And then last but not least, the big announcement that we've been talking about for quite some time now of Naruto's immaculate return with those OVA episodes that have been announced to be coming in the later half of 2026. So this could potentially even be before that. Like, obviously the winter season is in January, so that would technically be 2027. So it would have to be either summer or autumn time for this thing to come, and more than likely it'll probably be with Dragon Ball, which will be interesting to have Naruto and Dragon Ball running at the same time, because the Naruto OVAs is going to be 4 episodes, Dragon Ball Super 6 episodes, Bleach 12 to 13 episodes, and One Piece 26. Honestly, there's no way, if you are a fan of anime or if you just want some really good shit, to be missing out, because you're gonna just have on all levels, all facets, great stuff to get into, great journeys, great experiences, so to speak, because these are some of the greatest to ever do it. Like Dragon Ball, there's no denying what it's done and what it represents for anime as a whole. One Piece, love it or hate it, it still holds it down very much so for Shonen Jump as far as the, you know, eyes that people have on things. Bleach, I mean, who doesn't want to see Bleach finally get adapted after all these years? And again, Tite Kubo being involved, who doesn't want to see Tite Kubo's greatest and latest stuff? And then of course Naruto, come on dog. Yo, we've been waiting so long. Yes, we had Boruto, and Naruto was a part of that thing, but there's just something about this that is just gonna be, well, from everything we've heard, they've been, you know, redoing it, reworking on it. This is gonna be great. And in general, yeah, the big 3 plus Dragon Ball is back 2020.
Hey, love to hear it, love to hear it, love to hear it, love to hear it. If y'all excited to watch the new big anime, you know, subscribe, and so we can get some more information, and y'all can watch it off of me, and I can put my input and all that other stuff. Y'all know how we do it. But for all the new people, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, and big thing, subscribe, man. Make sure y'all subscribe and, you know, tune in and come back and watch. Man, it's like very good if y'all come back to watch and tune in and all of this, guys. Very much is. But love y'all to the bottom of my heart, like always. On the road to 500, and I'm out.